What's up, film fans? Justin and LoySauce here with a super special Halloween treat. That's right, we have an early reaction to David Gordon Green's Halloween.
We saw Halloween today, and you didn't.
Now, LoySauce. Upon the recording of this video, you guys have exactly 2 weeks from today until you see Halloween in theaters. But we actually lucked out, like really lucked out today. We saw Halloween at 10 a.m. in a totally empty theater. I mean, right?
Yeah. It was us and the trade rep from Universal, and then a couple of security people. But for the most part, we had the theater to ourselves, pretty much.
I mean, the security guard was there, so she was like, fuck it, why not watch the movie while I'm standing here? But we got to a theater at like 8:45 this morning.
Super early. And we thought there'd be people. We thought there'd be a line.
No one there. Literally no one. No theater employees, no theater manager, no one. We're just walking around saying, like, is this actually happening? Like, we have the pass, we got the invite, we got, approved for the thing, and so we're just standing around, and, like, then someone shows up, and, like, they're like, oh, well, usually in the morning, 2 or 3 people show up to these, so you guys are good, you can just go in. So literally no one else came to see this movie. It's, like, the most hyped movie of the year, and, well, we saw it basically in a little private screening just for us, and I can't help but boast a little bit because it was one of the best experiences I've had in the movies, especially with my most anticipated movie of the year. But let's get past that real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, what this is not a full review, because what's important to us is that you guys experience this thing all for yourself, and you don't want to get you spoiled in any way, so we're not going to give you a full review.
No, that'll be coming soon.
Yes.
Probably after the film's release, we'll do a spoiler-filled or more in-depth
Definitely
review.
spoiler-filled. But here, like I said, this is a movie that I know is important to a lot of fans, myself included, and much like the Star Wars series, like, people see these things and they leak information and it ruins it for a lot of people, and I don't want to be that guy. I know a lot of people have seen it. The critics have actually spoken already. There's already a Rotten Tomatoes score for this movie, and there's reviews out there. Major outlets, especially like Bloody Disgusting, Shock Till You Drop, Dread Central, they've released actual reviews, but we don't want to do that yet. We just want to give you our initial thoughts. So, Saucy, you saw it, man.
It's very, very good. So, Halloween fans, don't be anxious. This is not a Halloween Resurrection style disaster.
Or a Rob Zombie Halloween remake style disaster.
This movie makes Rob Zombie's Halloween movies look like even more of a joke. Because this thing's classy. It's respectful of the original, it's thoroughly modern, and it's a total blast.
Yeah, I think this thing is going to be a huge crowd pleaser. I mean, we did the best we could, just the two of us in an empty theater with a security guard, but
seeing it in with a packed house would be electric.
Most definitely. I mean, the vibe in this movie is definitely made for people to see in a group on a Friday night, maybe after a few drinks, especially around Halloween time. It's perfectly set for an October release. I mean, I really think this is going to be one of the most satisfying Halloween films ever to land in theaters.
Yeah, it's well, I know we both kind of agree on this, but it's the best Halloween film in the series, aside from the original.
I would have to say the best written and the best directed sequel since the original. Now, I'm not saying right off the bat yet that it's my favorite sequel.
Yeah.
Because I love the sequels. I love Halloween 2, I love Halloween 4, and I love H2O. And there are parts of the other sequels that I enjoy as well, so I am not coming out on the record yet. I want to see it one more time before I say it's my favorite sequel.
Yeah.
But it is most definitely the best written, best put together. You can tell that David Gordon Green put a lot of care on Danny McBride, who I still can't believe that he helped write this thing. They put a lot of care into this.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I kind of can believe that
a little
Danny
bit,
McBride
yeah. I see what you're saying.
Because there is a lot of humor in the movie. Not all of it works, but the humor that does work, we were laughing pretty hard at. And there are a few very subtle and some not so subtle kind of meta references throughout the movie, and callbacks and references to the original that fans will, I think, appreciate.
Of course, and of course references and homages to the sequels, which they didn't want to leave anybody out. And we've heard with interviews David Gordon Green say, listen, we understand that these sequels exist, just not in our universe, but we want to pay homage to them in a respectful manner. And I think they did that very, very well here. I gotta say though, those of you that follow the Epic Film Guys have probably already listened to our interview with the new Michael Myers, the Shape himself, James Jude Courtney. I really want to go out on record and say it right now, and this isn't just to toot James's horn because he was on our show. This is literally the most brutal and vicious version of the Shape we've seen since the original, or actually probably ever in the entire series.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And the best Michael Myers performance as well, aside from, again, the original Nick Castle. I mean, nothing can touch that, nothing can compare to that, but James Jude Courtney comes pretty damn close.
Yeah, definitely. His movements, his mannerisms, and in the mask. I love this mask so much. It's my favorite mask since the original film. But no, literally, it's the most scary version of Michael Myers that you've ever seen put on screen.
Definitely.
And Brian, we gotta talk about one of our favorite elements of the film. John Carpenter, Cody Carpenter, their score. And Daniel Davies, can't leave him out.
Yeah, because I feel like John Carpenter did his part, but to me it felt more like Cody and David's score. It felt like a lot of their music, and I thought it all blended together really well. It was a lot of the older themes that we all know, and some memorable new ones that we were kind of humming as we were leaving the theater, and we were.
There's one that's like literally one of the best synth-driven synth scores ever, synth pieces I should say, from any horror movie ever. Literally, like they really knocked it out of the park. There's going to be some stuff here that fans are going to love and memorize in their head. Now I'm going to say this isn't a spoiler or anything. There may be a theme or two from the original film that you may see missing here, so just throwing that out your way immediately. Don't expect everything from the original film, but definitely, I think it's the...
Don't expect a perfect movie, because there are elements in this film that don't work. So if you're going into this expecting the end-all be-all, this isn't really it. But it is the closest that anyone has come to recapturing the horror of the original, the magic of the original. There are some phenomenal shots in this. The performances, Jamie Lee Curtis knocks it out of the park.
It's her movie. Let's make it clear. Let's talk about this right now. This is Jamie Lee Curtis's movie. If the Academy ever awarded or nominated horror performances, this would be one that would be at least nominated, because I feel like, Brian, this is Jamie Lee Curtis's career best performance.
She broke my heart. She broke my heart a little bit multiple times throughout the movie. I just kind of wanted to give her a big hug.
It's Laurie's movie. It's Laurie's story. Let's make that clear.
Yeah, and you see how truly damaged she is. And again, we'll talk about all this.
Yeah, no, we're really going to just stick to the basics here. We don't want to spoil anything for you guys. We've gone over the score, we've gone over the Shape himself, we've gone over Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis. The new characters are all pretty cool. There are some laughs to be had. The cinematography is beautiful, but it also keeps the spirit of John's movie fully intact. And I think it's the movie that comes the closest to nailing that spirit, not only of John's movie, but of the holiday of Halloween and the feeling of fall. It looks and feels like fall.
Yeah, as I said in one of the trailer reviews that we did, this feels... and I can confirm it now that I've seen the movie, but it feels like a Halloween movie, and it feels like a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense to me. Because I love the movies, the Halloween movies, but I also love the holiday of Halloween. It's my favorite holiday of all time. It has been since I was a kid. So this is our reaction to you, because we had the amazing opportunity, the privilege of sitting in that theater alone and watching the movie with a security guard who said they already saw the movie, who just sat there to watch it again, to tell you our reaction. We don't want to ruin anything for you guys, but we're really excited for you guys because we think you're in for a very special Halloween treat. So until we do our full review, I think we covered pretty much everything. Kudos, David Gordon Green. You really knocked it out of the park with this one.
100%.
So until next time, I'm Justin.
And I'm Brian.
And we'll see you at the movies.